Good morning. This is Higher Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Just came out of an amazing hour of great home improvement advice. Brian Lee and I had a good conversation with Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper. Good guy, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was also a guy. A lot of knowledge.
Yeah, very sharp. Very sharp. So if you're thinking of brick pavers, landscaping, waterproofing, you want to give Greg a call. The Landscaper. His number was 888-HIRE-TLS. Also, don't forget today's Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. If you have a contractor, or if you're a contractor, if you're an essential worker, or whatever it is, we'd love to give you a shout out. Or if you have a question that Google can't answer, we'd love to have a shot at giving you the right answer. But joining me in the Higher Done studio right now is a friend of mine. You know, everyone's my friend, I guess. But we've known each other, quite a while.
It's been a while, I think 15 years.
At least, right?
Yeah.
05?
Like, a while, man.
Wow. Yeah. So Mike Noonan from Noonan Electrical Services, master electrician, Higher Done certified pre-screen contractor. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So, Mike, you have been an electrician how long now?
God, it's been 20 years.
How old are you?
43.
So you started young. How important, let me just let's go right to the thing. How important is it for kids today to know that being an electrician or in the trades is a moneymaker?
Oh, it's crazy. Like, historically, it was not a thing, right? It was go to college, go do this, get a degree.
You graduated from high school and you didn't go to college and you were like a loser.
Yeah. You'd be amazed at people coming to my door now wanting to be electricians. Hey, my mom told me to be an electrician. My dad told me to be an electrician. It's like, it's the new thing, right?
It's the number one trade.
Right?
Did you see the thing posted on Facebook? Did you see it on Facebook?
Yeah,
they said there'll be more millionaires made
in the trades.
In the trades, and electrical was number one.
Okay, so here's the thing. I sent my kid to college. I was fortunate, thank God, knock on wood, that I was smart when he was born and put the money in the right spots. Google and Apple. And he went to the best prestigious private school in America for college, USC. He has a degree. He graduated magna cum laude in the cinematic arts. He wants to be the next Steven Spielberg. And by the way, the kid will be. However, if I could do it over again, that little, I can't say it on the air, but my little kid, I'd make him a plumber, an electrician, or a heating cooling contractor.
Yeah. Well, it's not like there is schooling involved with it, right? So you're not just, hey, let's just be an electrician. Like there's a
lot of hours. There's a lot of hours, right?
8,000 hours to become a journeyman.
You're working with your hands. You're learning about electrical. You're learning what not to touch and what to touch.
It's great. You're in the field doing it, but it's still 8,000 hours in the field plus you're schooling 2 nights a week, right? So you still have to go to school whether it's online or in a class. But it's quite a bit to get.
But that's journeyman. Now you got to become a master.
2 more years, 4,000 more hours.
But it's okay. Time flies. Bam. You blink. I'm 54 years old. I remember driving down Orchard Lake Road going to Tally Hall in my Mustang. And then the Ram's horn after that. And only the people that are listening that know me know what I'm talking about.
So you have to be a registered apprentice through the state. Right. So all these guys come into my office. I'm like, listen, go get registered. Like, time flies. Like, before you know it, a year's up. And you're like, that was 2,000 hours. You need it. You need to get registered.
Can you, by the way, can you help them register?
Yeah. Oh, we are adamant about that. We help our office get them registered. You're registered when you come in.
You can do that. So if somebody, let me ask you this, Mike. Has labor been a problem for you in the last couple of years?
A couple of years, yes. Recently, no. Because everyone wants to get into the trade. So
are you hiring? So if someone's listening right now and said, my kid is definitely the guy that should be stringing wires, if they call you, is there advice you can give them? I'm not saying you'll hire them, but can you give them advice? Can you help? Is there a brotherhood in the electrical division of residential?
Yes. If you have a good work ethic, we'll take you on. That's all we need is work ethic. We'll hire you. We'll make you a good electrician as long as you have good work ethic.
So today, let's define work ethic because it's changed over the years. Today's work ethic is you have a car that'll get you back and forth to work. You have a pulse. You can pass a drug test.
Yes.
Right? An attitude.
No, you're forgetting one of the most important.
Please tell me.
You show up on time.
Ethic.
And on time is 15 minutes early.
Who said that?
At the time is late.
If you're on time, you're late. Who said that? George Patton or Winston Churchill?
I'm Patton.
A nerd. It's Churchill.
Is it Churchill?
Yeah. No, it's Patton. Maybe it was. I don't know. If you're on time, you're late. That was his quote. And it's true. My dad used to tell me that all the time. And I'm always like anally on time, but it doesn't mean I'm better than anyone. There are people that are late. I had a partner in business once, and he's a bazillionaire. He had he was late for every appointment. His desk was always dirty. He knew where everything was, but he knew how that sucker knew how to make money.
I'm the same way. I want to be on time. I'm early.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
That's how I am. But so electrical. You're an electrician, residential. You do commercial too.
We do it all. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get the big elephant out of the way. Generators. Everyone wants a generator. I think every home should have a generator. I think if I was a builder, I'd include a generator in the home, and that would be my sales tactic. You get a generator in my house because everyone should have one. Your opinion, Mike?
Yeah, I agree. Everyone should have one. I mean, power is not getting better. Our grid is getting weaker, right? I mean, everyone's going electric vehicles. That is a big damper. Like historically, we had IEC, interruptible air conditioners, right? So that Edison
People
could
used
shut
to
your...
go, oh no.
Yeah, oh no, they shut my air off. But that was to to free up some power in the summer. Well, now think about 2 electric vehicles charging in your garage. I mean, that's 100 amps. I mean, can your houses, can you sustain that? No. So you lose power, you lose your refrigerator. Are you on a CPAP machine at night? Do you need that to breathe? Are you on a well? Do you have electric water? Do you have electric water heater? You know, there's a lot of variables. How much does food cost these days? That's in your refrigerator. Is that going to go bad? I mean, that's a lot of money.
But new generator. How do you? Okay, there's all kinds of generators. Good, better, best. There's a whole list of them. We're going to take a break. I want to talk more about that because I think people need to know that it's almost like an insurance policy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Mike Noonan from Noonan Electrical Services and Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement, in studio. 248-539-9797. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here we go. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Mike Noonan from Noonan Electrical Services in studio. Mike, what's your website?
www.noonanelectricalservices.com.
And if someone wanted to call you today?
248-896-2147.
Perfect. And we can always go get you on Hire It Done.
Yeah.
So let's just talk. Mike Noonan, by the way, is a master electrician, been in business 23 years.
I've been an electrician for 20 years. We've been in business for 11.
11, okay.
Yeah.
Did you know 96% of all contractors fail in the first 5 years?
Yeah, I do.
So you've doubled it.
I was nervous the first 5. I was like, come on, let's get through this. And now we're at 11.
It's never easy. You know, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, there's an anxiety attached to all that. Trust me, I live with anxiety, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a nut job. So, all right, so let's talk about generators. Standby power. The power goes out, and by the way, whatever you want to blame it on, old grid, climate change, happenstance, bad luck, we know the wires are old.
Right.
I've seen the tree guys cutting the tops of trees off up and down by my house for the last 10 years. And it's like a game. They're fighting against growth. However, then bad severe weather, ice storms, the weight, power goes out. Some people are like, that's it. I can't do it anymore.
Most people say they can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like
my father had a CPAP machine. He had oxygen. He had all this. I had to have a generator. Most people don't have that luxury. So what do you recommend if someone says, listen, I don't want to lose my food and I want to have a couple lights on my house and I have 150 amp service? What's the recommended, just off of the information I just gave you?
So we start off with, what's your price point? Do you want a whole house generator? Do you want the thing to start up in 10 seconds? You don't have to do anything. Do you want to restore your power while you're sitting on the couch? Well, that's the whole house generator. And those they're very nice. They're at the higher end of the price point.
Yeah.
But power goes out, 10 seconds, your generator starts up, restores power to your house. You're up and running, business as usual. Everything comes on, air conditioner, lights, stove, whatever you want. We have the ability to make your whole house come on. Comes with a price tag. Other options, we have portable options, right? If power goes out, you got to go grab your portable generator, fire it up, pull it out of the garage. Hopefully you put Seafoam or Stable in it because you've been sitting there for 2 months. Is it going to start? I don't know. If you do the proper maintenance, it might start, it might not start. Then you got to plug it in, right? And then you got to go downstairs and hit a switch, and then your power comes on. But if you're young and able to do that, and then it's an affordable option.
What about the people that buy like the Honda generator from, or whatever brand, from a big box store, and they put it in their basement, and they open the basement window?
No.
You even see that on the news where people died from that?
Yes. So that's one of the things people ask, like, hey, can I put these in my basement? No, there's one of our biggest things is the assessment of your house. Where can we put this? So 5 foot from any opening window. It has to be 9 foot from any air intake valve, dryer valves. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. And people say, I don't want it here. Well, if you have a house full of windows, you don't want to have your window open in the summer, your generator start up, and then carbon monoxide comes in your house.
And then you're getting sleepy, and you close your eyes, and then you never wake up.
It's convenient, but you don't want to kill yourself by having.
Can you put a generator in the garage and put an exhaust through the ceiling?
I would not recommend it.
No, because they're still
10 foot from your house. Like,
highly combustible.
10 foot.
Yeah. So what about the codes today? Like Birmingham, Bloomfield, you can't have a generator here, there. You got to hide it. Like, okay, well, there's no room anymore. I want to have the safety. Can you get creative, or you got to get a variance?
We've been through zoning boards. Yeah. If people want them that bad, we'll go through zoning boards and, see, there's lot lines, decibel. Bloomfield's a decibel rating city. So we have to go back out there and they do a decibel rating. Oh, hush kit? Yeah.
I have the good one.
They run at 65 decibels at 30 feet. They're the quietest in the industry. They're not that bad. Portable's
you're
about
a
100
Generac
decibels.
guy, right?
I'm a Generac guy. Yeah.
So it's like Velux skylights. Give me one other brand that has 1% of the markets, because Velux is at like 98%. They bought Wasco, they bought all the brands.
Right. And that's all we ever install is Velux.
Right. And so Generac. I mean, there's Briggs and Stratton, there's Kohler, but Generac's like a 95% of the market.
They are 90, yeah, for sure. They are. I've been to Wisconsin. I've been in their training facilities. They are top notch. And
I wanted a Kohler, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting Generac, which is I'm very, 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 very pleased with it. I have a 25 kW commercial one.
Yep.
With the hush kit, and when the lights go out, it looks like a flicker, and the next thing I'm wait, let me hear my generator.
Is it liquid cooled or air cooled?
Liquid.
Okay, cool. There's a big difference between liquid and air cooled.
It's a four-cylinder inline.
Yeah, those are quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, air cooled will go up to 26 kW, and then you go into liquid cooled.
Yeah, mine's liquid cooled.
But liquid cooled, the full cement pad goes in. It's a much pricier install,
Right.
but you get a quieter.
So
unit.
we have a great story, Mike and I share. 2005, 2006, I had another generator that I had you come out. I was moving out of my house,
Yep.
and I, for whatever reason, the new buyers didn't want the generator. And I said, I'm taking it, and I sold it to a friend of mine.
That was liquid cooled model too, wasn't it? That was a big one. Yeah.
That was the previous one to the newer one I had.
Right.
So you guys took out a liquid cooled generator, delivered it to my friend's house,
Yep.
got all the electrical ready to go, and then tell everyone what happened.
They got hit by lightning. There was a light. We couldn't. We get it all set up. We go the next day. We're like, this thing was just like toast. And we're like, we didn't even hook it up yet. Like, how did this happen? And
There was a storm the day before, and literally, you know, I didn't know the. Did you know the insurance companies can do a lightning track? They have a map.
at that point, we did because they did.
Right. And we said, hey, you must have got hit by lightning. And they said, this is the worst thing ever. Because I had to give my friend his money back. And I think I charged him like $11,000. Because that was a $25,000 generator at the time. They said, oh, it's not covered because it wasn't hooked up to the house.
It wasn't wired.
It wasn't wired. So I'm like,
That was crazy.
So like if lightning hit that and it was wired, not only would it have exploded, but it would have burned the house down.
I remember that. I was living in Clarkson at that time, and Adam calls me Saturday morning. He's like, you'll never guess what happened. This generator's not, it's like toast. I'm like, jump in my truck, drive from Clarkston down to, where was that, Berkeley or
No, Broomfield.
Bloomfield? Yeah.
Like Lone Pine and Woodward. Nice area.
It was just like, no, like, was it vandalism? I'm like, what the heck happened to this thing? But yeah, I couldn't find out it was lightning.
And my friend, you know, it was like he bought it as is and was nothing, but I couldn't sit sit still to do that. I had to give him his money back.
Because you're a good guy.
Well, yeah, but I had to eat it. And I couldn't figure out, I tried every single way to figure out how to make an claim out of this, but I couldn't. So I ate it and chalked it up to whoops.
Yep.
So, but I remember you guys and are just like, hey, Adam. Now, a standby generator, you have to put a bigger gas meter in.
You do, yeah. So, you know, most houses are 175 CFH gas meters. They're starting to do 250s. So if you have a 250, you can do up to a 14 kW.
Okay.
18, 22, 24, 26, you're going to be in the 400
mine's
CFH rate. Yeah.
That's cubic feet per minute.
Yeah.
And that'll run your generator fully and allow your house to heat and everything else.
Correct.
So the problem has been, it's not really a problem, is when you call DTE or consumers to get it done, because there's so many generators being installed right now, they can't keep up with the demand, in my opinion.
They're 6 months out. So I tell customers, you're 6 months out. But we can still hook the unit up. We can get the generator all hooked up, plumbed in, everything can be ready.
And you can look at it and say, oh, look how beautiful it is. It doesn't work because I don't have enough gas.
You know, it will work, especially now because we're coming into the summer months. So you're not running your furnace. Your water heater is working, but it's not working like hard, as hard as it is in the winter.
Right.
So we can hook it up. And if you lose power, it's going to start. But if you're going to try to run your whole house, we just say, just be diligent. Just do your essentials until you get your gas meter, because it will code out. If there's not enough gas, you can't produce enough power, it's going to shut off.
Automatic.
They are behind on meters because I ordered them for our development, and they told us you guys are going to wait.
Now, does yours it's interesting though that you got to do that like that.
And there are companies out there that won't tell people that. It's right in my. We're all digital. We have and we tell you like every it's always recommended to upgrade your gas meter. You're spending that much money to back up your house.
Got it.
What's an extra $600 to $800 to upgrade your gas meter?
What's the website again, Mike?
www.noonanelectricalservices.com.
And the phone number?
248-896-2147.
Time flies when you're having fun, brother. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks.
We got to have you again. This is a great
I'm
topic.
ready. Let's go.
We're going to take a quick break, folks. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What a great interview we just had with Mike Noonan from Noonan Electrical Services. Brian, did you like his content? He's a good guy, right?
Absolutely.
Do you use a lot of electricians?
Oh yeah, yeah. We run like 5 crews, 5 different guys.
So you can handle that. Well, that's interesting. And we had at the break we got a question: is will a generator able to charge my electric vehicle? Absolutely. If it's installed properly, it'll absolutely be able to do that. So, Brian, we got a landscaper in earlier. We got an electrician in. You use landscapers, electricians, plumbers, heating, cooling. You use them all because you're a general contractor. What do you find right now in the trades? What's the hardest guy to get be consistent with?
A plumber and an HVAC contractor.
Really?
Yeah, they're swamped, and if you find one,
stick with them.
You're on a perma hold wait.
Okay. My advice to any contractors listening right now is the homeowner or the big contractor or the successful person is the person who does 2 things. Number 1, communicates well with the trades. And number 2, schedules the trades properly with enough time. Now, let me break that down for you. And Brian, please tell me if I'm on the right path here. Let's say you were doing a kitchen for Mrs. Jones, okay? And Mrs. Jones' kitchen is already demoed, and part of the kitchen is because she's doing all new appliances. We have to put separate circuits. Her 100-amp service needs to be upgraded to 150 or a 200, right?
Sure.
You got to schedule your electrician. So, do you schedule the electrician to do the upgrade of the service and then come back to do the rough, or do you do the upgrade of the service and the rough at the same time? What would you do?
Well, first and foremost, I call the electrician, and when I go down there and I look and there's 2 or 3 circuits, because I know that I'm going to be renovating a kitchen. I'm going to need GFIs. I need dedicated circuits for an oven, for a microwave, things of that nature, and it depends how many lights we're putting in and what I'm going to need. So I'll call them out immediately, and then I'll get the panel upgraded right away. If I'm just tearing it out and I haven't framed anything back in, then I just get the panel in, and then I call them back after I get it framed in.
Okay. So that's why I was asking, because my advice, and it follows similar to what you do, is if you communicate with the trades on a regular basis, let's say your electrician's scheduled for Thursday to do the upgrade. I'm calling him Monday. Hey, don't forget we're on for Thursday. You have anything? And I'd say to him, hey, do you have anything in your schedule that may delay you? Oh, no, we're all set. Okay. And then the night before, just a text. Hey, reminder, what time do you think you'll be there tomorrow? I would like to walk it with you, even though they already know what to do. And the reason why it's psychological, you're already in their mind, because sometimes they forget, I better get to the job tomorrow. And, it's the reminder. Plus, as the design build contractor or the general contractor, you also have to call the homeowner. Mrs. Jones, we have the electrician scheduled for tomorrow. Barring any delays, he should be there between 8 and 9.
We do that. We not only do we call them, we text them, so we have a record of it. That way we know when they're going to be there, because if they don't show up, we say, hey, we spoke to you by text at 7:30 in the morning. You said you'd be there between 9 and 10. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just found out that you weren't there because we were on another project. What's going on? And hey, we got held up on the other job. We're still coming out today. Then we have to make the phone call to the homeowner and let them know, hey, the electrician was held up on another job, but he's on his way.
Okay. And that's what I was wondering about, because it's all about, and you tell me yes or no if I'm right. The key to successful renovation is communication.
Oh, absolutely.
And then everything else around that.
Absolutely. You have clients that want to know. Hey, when am I moving in? Hey, when am I doing this? I can't tell you because there's so many variables in it. All I can tell you is when we're there, and we're there to work to get it done, right? We try to get it as close as we can, but these guys will run into things on jobs too. You probably run into this, right, Mike? You're on a job and you think you're going to be in and out of there, and you find dead circuits. You find things that you got to fix. You can't leave them.
Well, yeah, we're not magicians, right? We can't see through walls. Like, the wall looks good. How do we know is there foam behind it? Is there blown-in insulation that you can't fish? I mean, you're right. There's a lot of variables, and we can't see behind walls. I wish we could. It'd make our job a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Hold
absolutely.
on a second. Wait a minute. Are you going to tell me you don't have X-ray vision?
No, I don't. I mean, I wish I did. I mean, It would
Me
make
too.
my
It'd
job a lot easier.
Have you
Because
ever
when we're
heard,
walking the job looking at it, it looks very nice, but you don't. What the heck do they put? Do they put fire blockers back there? I mean, what's
one of my
behind the wall?
most favorite Hire It Done shows was the one that which superhero would be the best contractor.
I was here for that.
Well,
It
yeah.
was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
So, Mike, which superhero do you think would be the best contractor?
Who is the best contractor?
Which superhero would be the best contractor?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, I'll give you an example. I think the Hulk would be the best demo guy.
Well, that's
right?
your guy, right?
Who?
The Hulk's your guy.
No, he's one of my guys.
I thought he was your guy. Isn't he on your arm?
I got the Hulk over here. I got Iron Man. I
I think
got
Wolverine would be pretty cool.
Wolverine's right there.
Yeah, he's a good
Great wire stripper.
right.
Yeah. I got some electricity. Wouldn't you like Electro or
Electro Man.
maybe the Flash?
Yeah, I mean, I got some nice lightning bolts going down my arm now. We got some.
But
ink.
okay, so I always come up with Batman being the best contractor
Yeah.
because he's the smartest and he's got the best toolbox. His tool belt, everything. Listen, a guy with the best tools doesn't mean he's always going to win, but he's brainy too. So Batman could schedule. Now Superman could look through the walls and see where he got the X-ray vision, and he's fast.
You think you put a ladder axe on the Batmobile?
Batman's got levitate.
With today's little giants, he's good to go.
Oh yeah, right. Those things are sweet.
The grips.
Yeah.
He's got it all. Brian, who's your favorite superhero
Who's my favorite superhero?
to do contracting work?
I think we went over that last time I was here. I thought I chose Superman. You told me.
Okay.
Yeah, you told me Batman would beat Superman in a race.
Can I be honest with you? Batman's got kryptonite nails. I mean, he's already got Superman beat. Superman has to make the first move to beat Batman. 248-539-9797. Who's the best superhero for being a contractor? I got to say Batman, but I have tattoos all over me that are superheroes and they're all Marvel. Of course, I got Ultraman in there. No one remembers Ultraman.
I got one that no one would remember.
Who? Johnny
Sacco.
Yeah, Johnny Sacco, the giant robot. Yeah, I love that show. Man, oh man. So Hamilton Fence, what up? Shout out to Hamilton Fence. I got a job for you guys. Get a hold of me. So here's the thing. Getting the right contractors, getting the right job done properly is not easy anymore. It was always hard to begin with. But now with the prices and inflation and timing, it's like the perfect storm. Let's figure out a way how to screw up a remodeling job. Buy one today,
Have you used any of those those tracking jobs like Builder Trend or stuff like that?
Only good. They're great programs, but here's the caveat.
It's only as good as the operator.
Yeah, it's only as good as the person using them.
True.
I'm going to tell you right now. You know what the number one tool in the contractor's toolbox is? Not the homeowner, but the contractor.
Mine's my iPad.
Here it is. It's a yellow pad of paper and a pen.
Yeah.
I was going to say a sketch pad.
That's it.
Yeah, because
Guy can do better than that than anything else.
see, the problem with it is if I spent all my time on the computer doing Builder Track, then nothing would get done because all I'm doing is sitting in front of a computer typing stuff in. So when you're in the field, and the number one thing that you'll find on a blueprint is VIF. You know what VIF is, right?
Yep.
Verifying field. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to be in the field looking at the stuff and making decisions and changes on the fly. And if I'm sitting in behind the computer typing, it doesn't do me any good.
Yeah, when I first started, it was like, hey, go move that 60 amp panel off the wall and put a 200 amp panel on the wall. Well, now we have pictures of it all. So when the guys go to the job, there's a picture of the 60 amp panel. There's a picture of where the new panel is going and instructions on how to do it. So they know what they're getting into before they even get to the job. They know what the surface is. They know, is it brick? Is it siding? Is it a poured basement wall? Is it block? They know that.
The
when they get
riser
there.
coming out of the roof.
Right.
Yeah, they know.
How high is it supposed to be?
10 foot from grade.
Yeah.
From
With the
grade.
point of connection. Yeah, minimum of 10 foot.
I was curious.
Now that's grade. Like grade is grade. You build the deck, your new grade is your deck. So it's got to be higher than your deck.
It's interesting. I have a friend. I went to his house the other day. He had a roof leak, and I was in the area. He's a lieutenant. He lives in Madison. He's a great guy. And I said, you have a ladder? He goes, yeah. He had an aluminum ladder out, and he had it and he was, holding it, and he was about to lift it up in the back in the riser, right in front of the riser. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. And I stop. And he goes, what? And I go, dude, you're going to kill yourself. He looked up and he literally, because it's not even 10 feet from the drive.
Yeah.
It was like 9. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Now, it goes right to the riser. If he would have hit the ladder with it, would it have been over?
Well, I mean, so the
Depends if the
connection
cables-
bolts should be taped.
Right.
But they get dry rotted. They become off. They become exposed.
Well, it was
so,
the wire going across the driveway to the
No,
pole.
but Not really. He would have probably been okay. But
Oy.
if he had touched the point of attachment and then the split bolts weren't taped, yes.
We call that a shocking experience.
It would totally, man. My heart skipped a beat. I was worried. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more home improvement questions. 248-539-9797. Keep it locked in here. We'd love to hear from you. Brian Lee, Adam Helfman, Mike Noonan. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. You know, there's a lot of contractors out there that you can try and hire. It's never easy. Having the right questions to ask, understanding, what you're getting into is the most important part. And getting questions to ask contractors and then getting the questions they don't want you to ask are two things that are important before you hire contractors. That's why Hire It Done is so successful, and that's why we exist. But we have really good contractors. And real quick, DeWitt Home Services is giving away a free 55-inch TV. If you go to their Facebook page, DeWitt Home Services, they're a Hire It Done contractor, and it's kind of cool. If you want to, they're giving away, you got to follow their rules. But that's another good design contractor that's out there. And so, like Brian Lee from Metro Home Improvement. Brian, you don't mind competing against the home improvement guys that are from Hire It Done?
There's so much work out there. You could send me against 50 of them, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I figured as much. So, and that's the reason why I say that. So some big news, because you're in the know previous to anything else. You know this roof resource thing that we've been talking about, you and I?
Absolutely.
They just got approval to do franchises.
When we first talked about it, I told you the key to success is duplication.
Right.
So if you can franchise and duplicate yourself, that thing's going to take off like a missile.
Okay, so getting it to the franchise part of the roof resource, I have no patience to sit still that long. It's just not my MO. I have ants in my pants. In fact, it's called spilkus in Yiddish. I can't sit still. When you had lunch with me and the founder, Mike Harvey, remember we were talking about his vision and his dream?
Yep.
He literally grinded it out every day and made it happen. So now franchises in Michigan are available. Obviously, we're still registering, but the key is to meet with him if you're interested. I know you were interested with your son, weren't you?
Absolutely.
So you got to go to the roofresource.com and take a look at it. But and then if you're interested in franchising, you should visit them. But I got to be honest with you, I didn't realize that the demand. We already got a list in Ohio. I think it's North Carolina, Texas, New York. They're calling out of the bluebird. It's amazing, and it's gonna disrupt the roofing industry.
Like the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Well, you know what? This guy has a vision. I'm a strategic advisor. I'm all in, and I love it. So listen, and I respect you, Brian. You and I know we've known each other 3 decades.
Oh yeah.
You believe in this too, don't you?
Absolutely. It's just one more thing that is going digitally, and it's going to be streamlined, and people want to go to the internet. Like, you got 20-something and 30-somethings today. They don't want to sit and go through a
They want to buy home improvement from an app.
Right.
From their phone.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Mike, have you heard about the roof resource?
You told me about it at the home show.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to change the
Guy got
roofing
franchising
industry.
approval. Game changer.
You can order quality food off of an app. Now you can order a roof off of an app. Who would have thought, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's changing the whole business. I'm excited about it. Anyways, I wanted to tell you that because that's where builder trend, technology is changing the business, but you still can't import your kitchen, your granite, the whole workers, everything, you know what I'm saying? You have to manage it by human being.
When they say we're a dying breed, we're really not a dying breed. We're an in-demand breed.
Yes.
Because people still need to see from concept to reality, and you can't do that. You can look at pictures on the internet, but it's not your space, and it's not your.
Every job's different, but the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what breed I am? I'm a designer breed. I mean, my mom, when I was little, said, "We have good genes." I go, "What do you mean by that? We have good genes?" And she finally explained to me because I was young. I'm like, "Mom, I have designer genes." He looked at me, she goes,
Absolutely.
"Get to your room. Get out of here." So, anyways, I don't want to digress. 248-539-9797. If you have a question this morning, we'd love to hear from you. Let's talk about some fun projects.
All right.
You're doing one in Detroit in a loft, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So he's a longtime listener. He's been in the college basketball ranks.
Are you allowed to say his name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
For 40 years now. He's the oldest tenured NCAA Division I basketball coach. His name is Greg Campy. He's a head basketball coach at Oakland.
Campy, yeah.
Oakland U. He's a listener. Ironically, I was on the show. He gave me a call, and we went out to see him, and we put together a beautiful project for him.
All right. Is it finished in completion or in process?
We're about 8 weeks ahead of schedule. We hit a stride where we were able to get stuff ordered and we got stuff placed. He's very proactive in getting his stuff lined up, and by him doing that, it's put us about 8 weeks ahead of schedule. So he's going to have a beautiful, beautiful loft.
I'd like to see pictures before and after. We'll put on the Hired
Oh,
Gun.
absolutely. He'd love to have you come out.
So if someone calls you today, Brian, how long can you get? You can get out there right away.
Right.
So let's say it's a kitchen, or let's say it's an addition, or what is the number one? What's your popular project right now for the year?
The most this year?
Yeah.
I mean, kitchens and baths, room
Always
additions.
Yeah.
I cut my teeth on those. So I tell everybody, we specialize in heavy construction, additions and dormers, building new houses, kitchens and baths, building new basement rec rooms. You know, that's where we really shine in those areas because we're set up for it.
I was driving through Madison Heights yesterday counting the off the ridge dormers.
Do you know how many of those I built in the city of Taylor?
I'm sure.
I mean, if you drive down 94,
Yeah.
you can see I probably touched 50 of them, and you can see them from the freeway.
I believe it. So that's
20
cool.
by 14.
Right? Hey, listen, it was the back in the day. We did it.
Hey, the TV guide was really good to me.
Yeah. How old, you remember the TV guide, Mike?
I do remember TV Guide, yeah.
We used to
43.
have the back page. My family business.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had we had Bill Bonds doing our ads on Saturdays. Bill Bonds at the movies, remember that?
Right.
I was a kid, and then the phones in the office would ring off the hook every time he'd say it. Crazy. But anyways, we're living in the past. I don't want to live in the past.
Sure.
So someone could call you. By the way, give the phone number and the website.
586-929-0224 gets you directly to me. I don't have any salespeople. It's me. I come out and take a look at it for you because I'm the one that's going to design it and help to build it. To get a hold of us, it's the Metro METRO companies. That's COMPANIES at gmail.com. Comes directly to me. Unfortunately, I just don't have time to update the website.
You're on Hire It Done.
Yeah, I'm on Hire It Done, and I have a Facebook page. And
just go to Hire It Done and click contract.
yeah, you'll find
right
me. I get probably 8 to 10 phone calls a week.
Yeah, easily. More than that.
Well, I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm
You mean from
counting
us.
8 to 10, right?
Yeah, I figured as much. What's the one thing that's causing you to have delays this year?
It's just material.
It is.
It's material. Look at I ordered doors for one of my jobs. I ordered doors about 8 weeks ago. When I ordered them, they told me it would be 2 to 3 weeks. As of Friday, the doors still aren't in.
Wow.
And that's just on doors. I mean,
Mike, are you having electrical issues like lighting or wiring or whatever?
We're not. Like during COVID we did, but now we're good. We're all caught up. There's
You buy
some
from a
stuff.
supplier?
What's that?
What supplier do you usually buy from?
I use KE Electric.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're
I mean,
out.
we do KE Electric. We do City Electric. We have a lot, but KE's my number
Your
one.
go-to.
Yeah.
They take you good service.
They do. They have
Does
trucks
the
coming to my
price of wire
shop
come
4
down?
times a day. What's that?
has the price of wire come down yet?
Oh, I mean, not to where it was.
Right.
When I was buying Romex, it was $13 a roll. It's $150 a roll right now.
Somebody's scamming us.
I mean, come on,
Right?
that's ridiculous.
No wonder the scrappers love copper.
Let me just tell you this. It's an accounting thing. It's the accountants. We got to blame them. I'm going to go after the accountants. I just think.
Well, look, when you buy,
we got to find a scapegoat.
How
right?
come when you buy in bulk, they can bring the price down so much? Like if you buy it in pallets,
Because they've decided that somebody figured out it's just like oil. If you squeeze the tap and restrict the amount of oil coming out of the ground, the price goes up. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
And then your competitor says, "Well, we'll open our tap," and then
Yeah.
it's competition.
Well, then once you get it, it's hard to go backwards, right?
Well, it's drugs.
Yeah.
But you
Once
got to
stick the
understand,
needle in, you're
Yeah,
like,
you're
oh,
there. Yeah.
they're trying to put us in a box. They want you to use certain items that they're really good at cranking out fast. Anything outside of that, they want to call it a specialty item. And if it's a specialty item, you're going to wait.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Well, it's wire's locked up at Home Depot now. It's like in a cage.
Yeah.
You can't just walk up and grab a wire.
How about the as we go to wrap up here, but the Decora Leviton switches with the USB built-in chargers.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
They're nice. Yeah. I mean, why have a big, huge transformer to plug your phone in when you can just plug into USB?
Yeah, but those are even going by the wayside because Apple changed their chargers. So now the
No,
Levitron-
USB-C. It's
Yeah.
the
they're
flash.
changing everything.
Well, they're going to go to the USB-C. That's the nerd part of me.
We do both. One with the USB and then
They have the
USB-C.
cracks. Yeah, what it does is they have both, but it's going to evolve just like everything else.
Right.
Well, there you have it. Time is flying, brother.
Seems like we just got here.
Brian Lee, thanks for coming in, man.
Man, thanks for having me. It's
Mike
always
Noonan.
a pleasure.
Thanks for coming in.
Adam, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure
And I
as
want to
always.
thank my listeners. You guys are the best. I have so much fun coming here every Saturday. I hope everyone who listens can enjoy it as much as I do. I'm going to breakfast after this. My name's Adam Helfman. Have an awesome weekend.